Is this scarf not huge? This is my Zara blanket scarf. It is a literal blanket masquerading as a scarf. I thought it would be the best way I can show you how massive this is to just wear it. So I'm not going to wear it for the whole video because my hair is almost literally sticking straight out from my head because it's so huge. But going to Chicago in early December. Also decided to go home for Christmas. So while it doesn't really get too cold here in Raleigh to necessitate a, sorry, that was rude. I was looking at my phone. A enormous scarf / blanket. I will wear this in Chicago without a doubt. Probably put my hair up because this is getting a little cray. All right, let me get this thing off. Okay, it's time to look back on the month of September for my beauty favorites, and that's all I'm going to say for the intro. I'm going to try and be more punchy with my intros and outros and just get into the good stuff, the actual meat and point of the video. I have a horrendous canker sore on the inside of my mouth, right like up my top lip where my teeth hit, and it really hurts to talk. But I'm going to try and press on. I need to get some Orajel. My favorite face mask of the month, and pretty much the front runner right now, is the Origins Clear Improvement Active Charcoal Mask to Clear Pores. My sister sold me on this because she loves it, and I bought, like, they make, and if you don't want to commit to this whole entire package, I should have brought these up there, but they make these little pod sizes that you can try. I've seen them at Sephora. I don't know if you can find them elsewhere, but that is a great way to try the mask without committing to a full size, because it takes a long time to work through face masks. This is fantastic for really clearing up your skin. I don't have problematic skin, although I have had a few breakouts here lately, probably stress-induced. But it's great for, like, around my nose is probably the most problematic part of my face, and it's fantastic for clearing up those areas. So a charcoal mask is going to be perhaps a tiny bit drying. So if you have dry skin, I don't know if charcoal is for you, and I would say my skin is maybe more dehydrated than dry, but it gets flaky, and since I've been having like some clogged pores and a couple breakouts, I've been using this more lately. So this is a great product. It doesn't have a super offensive smell. Like some charcoal masks can be really intense. This is great. So my sister was right on that one. She's right on a lot of stuff. Oh no! I lost the lid. This little trial size is a Pixie Tinted Brilliance Balm. It's been a favorite in that, well, gosh, I have to find the lid. It reminds me of the Dior Addict Lip Glow. That sort of the pH of it changes once you put it on your lips. And this is very, very similar to that. I need to find. So it's a great, it's not really a no color lipstick because it's definitely a color. It's just a soft, sheer looking pink. If I can find the lid, I'll throw that back in my purse. My favorite body lotion, because I adore the smell, is the Fresh Cream smell from Philosophy. This is, I've already used my entire shower gel that I had of Fresh Cream, but I got the body lotion. It's a really, I think the most loved scent by Philosophy is the Amazing Grace, which is way too floral and harsh for me. Fresh Cream is really nice and soft. So favorite body lotion of the past month, and now that the climate is getting a little bit more dry, I've been wearing more lotion all over my body. I did an Instagram with this Matrix Turbo Dryer product because it's great. Oh, I should have brought it up here. The alternative that I sometimes use is the KMS Free Shape, which is also a blow dry spray. This is a blow dry spray, and when I say blow dry spray, what I actually mean is like shave time off your blow dry spray. I think I like this one better. I think, excuse me, the KMS Free Shape is fantastic, and if your hair needs a little extra hydration, the KMS Free Shape is great for that because it does make my hair feel just barely weighed down with a little bit of product, which I'm really sensitive to feeling that on my hair because I like my hair to feel a certain way. The Turbo Dryer is as good if not better at shaving a couple minutes off my blow dry time. It does not leave any any sort of feeling of weight or anything in my hair. It's great. It's just great. So if you have thick hair, or if you just don't want to take all the time to blow dry your hair, use the Turbo Dryer Blow Dry Spray by Matrix. While I'm talking about hair products, let me also pick up, because it's been raining here for the past lifetime, the KMS Hairstay Anti-Humidity Seal. So this is the same product line that I was just talking about in comparing it to the Matrix Blow Dry Spray. This is this product. It's an anti-humidity seal. So I would use this before you do like the final layer of hairspray on your hair. So if you were to curl it or flat iron it, if you tend to get frizzy, or if your hair goes limp, if it's humid where you are, or you know it's going to be a rainy day, the Hairstay Anti-Humidity Seal by KMS will help. It's not going to make your hair be absolutely perfect as if you weren't in a rainstorm or in a very humid climate, but it will help the hair last longer. So use this before you do a layer of finishing spray, whether that's hairspray or whatever you use, so it can really be the most effective. So because it's been raining here forever, I've been using this every day. My hair's still kind of going limp, but it's not as like utterly lifeless as it is any other day. My ends are so severely dry, and why are all the caps falling off? I just gave it a trim. I colored it last night, so it's really silky. It's always really silky after I color it. And I get all these baby hairs that just want to live right here. So I had to throw a little braid in it and pull it back. I really am enjoying it long, and my ends are very dry. So I really do need to take off more length than I have been. But the Caviar Repair Split Ends Mend Dual Action Sealing and Soothing product by Alterna. So the parent product of this is Alterna. This is their Caviar line. This has been fantastic for adding a little bit of smoothness for my ends. I'm not sure yet if it's like healing them. It is smoothing it a little bit, and no doubt is helpful. I don't know if it'll be, I kind of feel like once your ends have split, it's like you can't glue them back down, but you can do things to make them look a little bit better and maybe prevent them from splitting higher. And that's where this product comes in. So it comes in just a little pump like this. I just do like a half pump because I don't need a lot, and try and work it in all my ends, particularly the most fragile part of my hair is like this section right here. It's where I have that long bend growing out, and this area just tends to get messed with the most and needs the most attention, so therefore it tends to get the most split because it's the most worked on part of my hair. So I do a half pump and go throughout, and then if I need a little more, I'll do like a little quarter pump just to get a tiny amount and really focus it and just spread it on the ends of that section right there. So I've been enjoying this for a split end product because my ends are in pretty rough shape. This is heavy on the hair products. Another good deep conditioning product, a leave-in spray, excuse me, my goodness, is the Pureology Color Fanatic. I've talked about this before, the 21 essential benefits. If this is on my counter, I'll use it. If I put it away, I'll forget about it, and I don't know why that is. You know, like if a Quaj uplifting foam is not on my counter, I will go seek it out and find it. A leave-in spray like this I don't always tend to use, and I'm not exactly sure why. I put this back out on my counter and use it, and I just need to say again, I know I've talked about this before, worth looking into. The product that it's most similar to is It's a 10, which is also really great. I'd put those on the same level. So I'm not sure the price difference. My gut tells me the Pureology, this one is a little bit more expensive just because Pureology's on the higher end of the spectrum. But It's a 10 is great as well. It's a 10 might smell better than this one. And It's a 10 is the brand name, if you're not familiar with that product. The brand name is It's a 10. And the product I'm talking about that's very similar to this is It's a 10 leave-in conditioning spray. Both great. As we're getting into fall and winter, make sure you're conditioning your ends. Pureology 21 Benefits, Color Fanatic, Multitasking Hair Beautifier, or It's a 10 leave-in spray. I should have grabbed it to show you. I'm sorry. Let's talk a little bit about makeup. And when I say little, I mean little. I have all eye products today. I picked this up at Target. It is the Undercover Crayon by Pixie, and the shade is Perk Up Peach. I got this because it reminded me of Bobbi Brown's Under Eye Corrector, and the shade I have in that is peach. I feel like there's another word that needs to go in there. Maybe it's just a peach. Light peach, soft peach, I'm not sure. When you're covering up under eye circles, you want to look at the color that you're seeing with the problem area, and then go opposite on the color wheel away from it. So this is maybe getting a little rambly, but if your under eye circles fall in like the purple blue category, if they're really deep dark under eye circles, the shades opposite of that, here's how you can think of it. You think Easter, Christmas, Chicago Bears. So Chicago Bears colors are blue and orange. So if your under eye circles are, blue purple, opposite of the color wheel would be orange. Is that all making sense? So you want to use something with a little bit of an orange tint to completely negate the blue that you're seeing. So the peach color will negate blue since it has that orange undertone. That is what this is for. That is what Bobbi Brown's Under Eye Corrector is for. They're all a little tiny bit on the orange peachy side to correct the blue. I love this. It's not as heavy as the Bobbi Brown corrector. So if you've used the Bobbi Brown corrector and you do not like how heavy it is, look into this Pixi product. The Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. I have been more often than not just doing a light eyeliner on the top lash line, mascara, a little bit of face makeup, and that's my like day-to-day, non-work days, non-filming days makeup. So my most often grabbed is the Stila Sepia color and the Stila Metallic Umber color. I wanted one more option. I'm sorry, my cat is going crazy because we have a beautiful blue jay flying in our backyard. It's just a stunning color blue, but my mom told me blue jays they tend to be mean. And we have a bird feeder, and now I'm afraid that this blue jay is just being a punk out there because he keeps flying back and forth. Or she? Isn't it that the more beautiful birds are typically no, it's the male, isn't it? Anyway, so Grits is flying back and forth on the windowsill watching this blue jay be a punk to the other birds in my backyard. Back to the eyeliner. Mushroom is a great shade for some depth. It's a little bit reflective, so it's not going to give you, a solid line, but it's great for adding a little something above your lash line. This would also be beautiful on the lower lash line if you want a little bit of color and some definition, but you don't want the weight and heaviness that comes with like a solid liner, like a black liner or a brown liner. I almost never use a really opaque liner on my lower lash line just because it tends to drag my eyes down. They're kind of droopy shaped anyway, like they kind of come down at the outer corners, so I don't want them to look like they're coming down even further. So Mushroom shade by Urban Decay, the 24/7, let me make sure I'm saying that right, Glide On Eye Pencil is a great, so those three are my duos. The Stila colors are Sepia and Metallic Umber, and then this is now the third that I like to choose from those three in the morning. So my favorite shade from the Urban Decay Naked 2 Basics palette is Frisk, and I've hit the pan on that. It's running slim. I cannot justify buying an entire palette, which is about 6 shades, from the Naked 2 Basics palette just for the sake of Frisk. So I'm trying to find a dupe, and I think I have. It's the Sephora Cashmere Coat. Dropped. It's the Sephora Cashmere Coat shade. So I wouldn't put this in a warm category. It's on the cooler side, which is what Frisk is. Frisk is lighter in application. Like I kind of brush my eyeshadow brush back and forth a few times and, brush it on. I'm like, okay. And usually I feel like I need to add more. With this, like almost looking at it, it transfers onto your eyelid. It's very, very, very pigmented. Very pigmented. So if you try it, you literally, I should have brought a brush up here, need to like press your brush in, do the softest stroke, and then you'll have plenty of eyeshadow to almost go between both eyes. So what I'm excited about is this should probably last longer than Frisk will. I love the shade. It could be very, very easily built up to be a really dark look with just layering it because it goes on so well. But I like to use it overall on my lid, and I don't like overall on my lid to look too heavy, so I just need a tiny bit of it. But the shade is almost exactly close to what Frisk is, just like a way more pigmented version. So if you also like Frisk, it's a great neutral shade. I can't believe they don't make it in its own eyeshadow pod within the Urban Decay line. This is the closest thing you're going to get to it. Okay, so those were all the favorites I have for the past month. As always, if you want to see any of these other favorite videos, you can find those on my YouTube channel or on my blog, which is thesmallthingsblog.com.